You know I like that.
I don't know what I'd like.
How many tries do I get?
I'd like a built-in ironing board in the laundry.
The cabinet's built already. It's sitting in Benny's workroom.
I know, but it's amazing how relaxed you can feel when you know you're going to get a brand new built-in ironing board. I can feel the tension just draining away already.
Mom!
I thought you were supposed to knock or something.
I thought you were supposed to lock the door or something.
What did you do to your hair?
Daddy, I don't want everybody to think I'm a first grader.
Really?
I'm all ready except for the shoelace.
Oh, honey, you're getting that stuff all over the covers, and look at your pants.
You think I ought to wear something else?
Well, I think you'd stand a better chance of making it to lunch if you did.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, Cassie, do you know how many times I've had this dry cleaned in the last month? Besides, you're not supposed to jog. It ruins your joints. You know that.
Well, maybe if Dad put a weight room in the new house, I'd still be able to walk when I'm 30.
Sweetheart, we can't keep asking your dad to change the plans every time we want something new. Would you please leave the bathroom door open a little when you take a shower so you don't fog up the mirror?
Don't you think I'm a little too old to leave the bathroom door open?
Oh, I'm sorry. I still think of you as Willie's age. You know, it's hard to grow up.
I know. I hate it.
I meant me.
So how do you know which lipstick looks the best?
Oh, here. Why don't you try this? Blot. And put this over the top.
Really?
Really. Looks good.
Whoops.
No, it's okay. Okay. You look beautiful.
I'll meet you at lunch.
This girl with Josh.
She's just your basic cheerleader type.
Should be nothing without her pom-poms.
Dad, I can't afford to say that. Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye, honey.
So what time is the weekend, son? It's 3 now. Before can we come in and watch a few minutes?
You can come a few minutes.
Excuse me. What is it, sweetheart?
My stomach hurts.
Oh, honey, you know, I bet you every kid in here has a stomachache today. Besides, you're going to be fine. Mrs. Hefner says you're going to have a lot of fun this morning.
It really hurts, Mommy.
Oh, Willie, you've been looking forward to this for weeks. You're going to be okay. And I got to go to work, honey.
I can't help it. It hurts.
You go on to work. I promise I'll call you if he feels any worse.
Bye, Willie.
I think he feels worse.
How could I leave him after that?
I'm not the one to ask. I felt like queen for a day when I got to dump my kids off at school.
Camera 2 has a look.
But when the young girl ran up to the order window of a nearby fast food restaurant begging to use their phone, the manager appeared but refused to let the teenager inside as well. When the
Sucker for your
desperate girl
wife,
began
boss.
pounding on the
Oh, well,
window,
good. I'm glad to hear it.
the manager did find
Because
the
you get to
police.
rebuild the cabinets in the laundry room.
The police arrived. They called
Finished all right. You go talk
and
to
the
her.
girl's mother was taken to an undisclosed hospital where she remains in critical condition. So, to the spokesperson for the Hamburger Haven, who says the manager was only acting in compliance with company policy, what do we want to say?
You should be ashamed of yourself.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
G! Oh, let me hear you say go! Go! That's right! You did! Let me hear you say fight! Fight!
Red right, 25, cross takeoff. 285, cross takeoff. Ready?
Stop right!
Ready? 25's red! 25's red! Set! Go!
Cover the man pass!
Good catch, Robbins! All right, way to go, officer!
You're the man.
Look, do that again and you're dead.
What's with you?
How's Tara doing these days?
Her brother's engine blew, okay?
Yours seem to be running all right.
My mother made me take her.
Give me a break, Josh, okay?
Okay, let's keep it moving. Come on!
Kowski, make sure you get in the ball.
You've been made, pal. You're busted. Counselor!
So what poor sucker's on the timer for this one?
Well, hell, I figured this is as good a place as any to strategize those permit restrictions you wanted me to get lifted, so I guess you are.
I see Cassie's making Josh look pretty good.
I don't think so. I think it's the other way around.
Let's go, Steve. See if you can't do something with it this time.
Blue rag 266, cross curl. 266, cross curl. Let's go.
Come on. Cover the flag ground. Ready on the line? Go. Come on.
Ready? 66 blue. 66 blue. 58 red. 58 red. Tango. Tango. 66 blue. 66 blue. Ready? 58 red. Hut. 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 Cassie, it's Josh.
Come on, Cassie, open your eyes.
Honey, you okay?
What happened?
You fainted.
I don't faint.
That's why we passed out in the turf.
Why don't you tell me? Maybe somebody took me out with a rotten pass, Josh.
Kill it, Ryan. All right, let's run it again. Sweetie, you take over for Robbins. And you take tomorrow off. I need a written okay from your doctor.
A note?
You know the rules, Robbins. Okay, guys, let's go!
So when?
When what?
You know what? How about Saturday?
Why don't you get Dad to teach you?
He's too busy with the new house, and you promised.
Well, what about Mel?
She always makes me wear that dumb helmet, and she won't let go of the seat. How am I supposed to learn how to ride a two-wheeler if she won't let go of the seat?
Okay.
Yeah! Mommy!
Maybe you shouldn't be doing that.
You and Mel relax, I'm fine.
I meant bouncing Willie after this morning.
Barf on me, and we've got trouble.
I only barf at school. Get up!
Oh, she seems fine to me. So does Willie, for that matter.
Oh, you think I should have left him at school with you?
Well, he threw up. I mean, I used to do it all the time. It's my specialty. He'll be fine.
What if he isn't? Do I just leave him?
Oh, one of these days you're gonna have to.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
It's not supposed to mean anything.
You still think I was wrong keeping him home after the accident last year?
Well, I don't think you were wrong. I just think maybe you needed him to stay home more than he needed to stay home. I'm not saying you're wrong.
See? Now, why don't you talk about this stuff when it's bothering you? Why do you wait 6 months to jump on me when it's too late to do anything about it? I hate that. Besides, she wasn't ready to go back. I don't care what the doctor said.
He'll be fine. He just needs a little time to adjust. I'll take him to school tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll wear my plastic coveralls.
Okay. Well, they're on the top shelf in the hall closet.
Mm.
What? That hurt? I didn't think so. You can breathe now.
Okay.
Just first-stage jitters, Mary Ellen. He's A-OK. Aren't you, Willie? And you, young lady, are to hug the bench until we get your blood work back. I put a stat on it.
Green, 156 green, 156 green. Yeah, go.
Coach, come on, this is ridiculous.
You got a note? Mental labs on the bench. All right, let's pick it up out there.
Cass, I'm sorry about that, Come on, Cassie, I can't help it if she lives next door to me.
Your mother really made you do it?
You want a note? So, you're still up for Friday?
Why don't you check with your mother, Josh?
Ryan, get your butt out here.
Bobby, got the drywall shipment.
Hey, I'm done over here. Still wet over here, guys.
I'm out.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Good.
See Richard?
Yeah. Hey, boss!
Be right down.
Well,
Now get the labor to clean up the back.
he says she's anemic and her white cells are abnormal.
What do you mean abnormal?
Means it could get complicated before it turns out to be nothing.
How complicated?
He wants her to see a pediatric oncologist at Children's Hospital.
So this biopsy's gonna tell you what?
How well your immune system's working.
So the needle's gonna go into my hip, and then the syringe is gonna extract the bone marrow, right?
That's about it.
And I'm not gonna feel anything because you already gave me a local anesthetic, right?
Well, I didn't say you wouldn't feel anything, Cassie. Some people say they can still feel some pain. Others say it just feels weird.
Weird?
Like getting the wind knocked out of you.
Oh, so that I can handle. The guys have a favorite drill. It's trying to use me for a tackling dummy.
You ready?
Whoa. You're not exactly on target about how this feels, Doc.
Hang in there, Cassie, and try not to move. This won't be long.
We're here.
It's okay, honey. We're here.
I thought I was never gonna stop.
It's over.
I know this feels like a nightmare. I'll try to lead you through it.
What about a mistake? I mean, tests get mixed up all the time.
It's not a mistake. Cassie has ANLL, acute non-lymphocytic leukemia.
What now?
I want to admit her right away and start aggressive chemotherapy. If we're lucky, she'll go into remission. But you've got to understand, ANLL has a poor prognosis, especially with chemo alone.
Well, is there something else? I mean, anything.
Does Cassie have any brothers or sisters?
Yeah?
Willie, he's 7, but he's only her half-brother. Cassie's mother died. Richard and I got married. We had Willie.
Well, what does this have to do with him? I mean, You're not saying Willie could have this thing too?
Not at all. It's just that Cassie's best chance for a complete cure might be a bone marrow transplant.
Well, what about us? Can't we be donors?
You'd think parents would be ideal, and I'll certainly test you. But the combined genetic makeup of siblings makes them the most compatible donors. Even a half-sibling considerably ups the odds of a good enough match.
And if he does match?
If he does match, as soon as Cassie is ready, we will do the transplant.
So even if the donor marrow seems right, you're still saying there's a real possibility that Cassie won't make it through this?
Yes, sir.
And what about Willie if he's a match?
What do you mean?
I mean, is donating bone marrow anything like what Cassie went through for the biopsy?
Well, basically. But with children as young as Willie, we have to make extractions from 2 sites in order to get enough marrow, and that procedure can last up to 2 hours. So, of course, he would be under a light general anesthetic. And, of course, there are risks, slight ones, associated with anesthesia itself.
Dr. Andrews, our son had major surgery to stop internal bleeding last year after a car accident. We almost lost him under general anesthetic.
No, we don't know it was the anesthetic. Now, they said it was probably the amount of blood that he lost before the surgery.
Richard, you don't know that for sure. His heart stopped on the table. He almost died, 6 years old. Nobody told us for sure what caused that.
I understand your concern, and I assure you that I will go over Willie's history and status very, very carefully. But, Mrs. Robbins, if Willie has recovered from this accident, I don't think we want to be too quick to rule him out as a donor. He could be Cassie's best chance to beat this thing. He could be her only chance.
Looks like we won.
Without me.
Well, they just got lucky, that's all.
So where's Willie?
With Carol?
How come?
Well, look, why don't you go get changed and we'll go grab us a pizza, huh?
No, Dad. I really don't feel much like pizza. I kind of feel like jumping off the bridge.
Well.
So how long before we hear from this doctor anyway? I'm sitting out my whole season.
No, actually, we talked to him this morning. That's why I thought we could, go grab something to eat and fill you in.
Just tell me what he said.
Well,
What did he say?
well, it doesn't make a lot of sense because you seem so healthy. See?
What, I've got mono or something?
Honey, why don't you go get changed and we'll talk about this later.
I want to talk about it now, Mel. What did he say?
Well, Cassie, the doctor said that you have a kind of leukemia.
Wait. Leukemia? That's like cancer, right?
Well,
Right?
I guess it is, honey, but...
Am I gonna die?
No.
No, honey.
But the doctor wants you to start treatment right away, and that means that you'll have to go into the hospital.
No!
For just a little while.
There's nothing wrong with me!
Cassie.
No!
Come back, honey. Cassie, come back!
Cass?
Would you like me to make a fresh pot?
It's okay.
You're sure?
We're sure, baby.
Okay. You're already pretty crowded in here.
Willie had a nightmare.
Yeah. Me too. Only I wasn't asleep. Hey, Mel. Remember after you and Dad got married, how you let me sleep with you sometimes?
Yeah. It was nice. Made me feel like we were a real family already.
I was really too scared to stay by myself. I was always worried that somehow my mother could look down and see me in here. And she might get her feelings hurt, you know? I know it sounds stupid.
It doesn't sound stupid. You know your mother wouldn't want you to be scared.
I know. I was thinking, it's funny how much a kid can worry. Especially if he's only a kid Willie's age. I just don't want him to be scared about this.
It's just that he loves you so much. I think we're all going to be a little scared, but we're just going to have to hold on to each other. And we're going to make it through this. I promise. Okay?
Okay.
Here.
Thanks, baby.
Look.
Remember why you're gonna make it? Who's the best brother-sister team ever?
You and me.
Why?
Because we can do anything together.
Right. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Feet on the pedals.
Okay, Willie, that's great. Keep battling.
Hey, Willie, your helmet!
Are you okay, Willie? Yeah.
Oh, bottoms up.
Are you both okay?
Yeah, we're okay, right, Willie? Yeah.
Yeah, you did great, kid. We're real proud of you.
All right, you ready to go again?
Cassie.
What?
I think we've had enough excitement for one day.
Well, not me. How about you, Willie? You ready to go again?
No.
Come on, guys, let's go get cleaned up.
It's real good.
The Wright brothers only did 50 feet in their first try.
Hey, you want to help me pack?
Why do you have to go to the hospital?
Come here, Willie. Look, it's only going to be for a little while, I promise.
I hate hospitals.
Yeah, well, the bad thing is, I mean, even if I'm going to miss you like crazy, it'd probably be better if you didn't come see me while I'm in there. Because they told me I was going to have to rest a lot, you know? And if you came, I'd probably want to play or something.
Yeah.
So what's that?
It's a flashlight.
Yeah?
Daddy gave it to me when I was in the hospital. Sometimes they turn out the lights so you can sleep better. And sometimes it gets real scary.
Well, this ought to come in real handy then, huh?
Yeah. The monsters don't like it. When the light hits them, they melt into instant gunk.
Yuck.
Yeah. But then you're safe.
Promise?
Worked for me.
Tell you what. Here. It's not as good as yours, but I don't think we have any monsters here. So why don't you keep it for me till I get back? Deal?
Deal.
Okay.
Ready to get zapped?
Yeah.
Sure you don't want to come see Cassie with me?
She said she needed to sleep a lot and stuff.
I know she misses you a lot, Scooter.
What are you drawing?
My bike.
Want to go riding again tomorrow? I bet we could make it to the end of the block.
Okay, code blue. Code blue. 209. Got it. Coming. Come on. All right, cover me. Get the blankets off. What are they calling? Code blue.
Come on, let's move.
He's coming. Right, on his way.
Come on.
Let's move. Let's move. Get that child on his back.
Okay,
clear. Hit it again.
What's wrong?
I heard a code blue and I thought.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, you told us neither of us would have much of a chance of matching Cassie.
Well, maybe your little boy will beat the odds. We've been over his history very carefully, and Dr. Edwards agrees that there's absolutely no reason why he wouldn't make a great donor if he matches.
Okay, I want to go ahead with the test.
Wait. Dr. Andrews, can you promise us that our son won't have an allergic reaction to the anesthetic?
Now, Ms. Robbins,
Can you promise us that something won't happen during the procedure?
we can't guarantee any procedure is 100% risk-free.
Then no. What?
In a case like Willie's, where the risks are so small.
No.
No.
I can't, Richard. I'm sorry. I can't.
No.
I'm sorry.
I don't believe this is happening. Hey, what am I gonna tell Cassie? I mean, what do I say to Cassie?
Let's just concentrate on getting Cassie into remission.
Oh, then what?
You'll take it one step at a time. What she's going through right now is hard enough, Richard. She doesn't need something else to worry about.
Okay. Yeah, honey. I'm right here.
Richard? Richard, are you all right?
Just thinking.
You want to talk about it?
I don't think that's such a good idea.
Why?
Why? Because I'm so damn angry at you, Mary Ellen.
At me or what's happened?
Well, the way I see it, it's all the same.
Come on, Richard, please don't let it be. We've got to work together on this. Cassie needs us.
Well, how can you talk about what Cassie needs? I mean, how can you even hesitate about this thing when you know what it means?
Because I'm trying to protect both our children.
Are you, Mary Ellen? You think I'm not? You know, I love Willie, too. He's my son. Remember?
Then work this through with me. I know there's another way. I just know it.
Look, Cassie is the one in danger. You're worried about Willie. Why? Is it because Cassie isn't your child and Willie is?
You can't really believe that.
Well, you see. It's better not to know what I'm thinking.
Good morning, Willie.
Where's Daddy?
Oh, he already went to see Cassie at the hospital.
She's staying there a long time.
I know. But she's getting better every day.
I heard you tell Carol that I almost died in the hospital.
Oh, Willie, that was a long time ago. And you didn't die, did you? And nothing's gonna happen to Cassie. She's gonna be home before you know it. Mm-hmm. Come here.
Better get ready for school.
Well, if you keep this up, we're gonna have to start a whole new wall.
Something's going on with Willie.
What do you mean?
It's his drawings.
Oh, he just likes to draw the same thing over and over again.
But he stopped using yellow, and that's his favorite color.
He misses you.
I know. But it's something else.
Hey, Doc.
I'll get this.
Thank you.
We miss your breakfast.
Yeah, me too. So, is Cassie alone up there?
They're running some tests. Richard, can't we talk about this? We've always been able to work together before.
No, we haven't, Mary Ellen. You've always made the decisions. I've just kind of gone along with it because in the end I know you're going to do what you want to do anyway. You understand the difference between that and working together?
This is about Willie again, isn't it?
Look, how long are you going to beat yourself up about that? Look, the accident was not your fault, Mary Ellen. Is that what this is all about? Guilt?
Every time I think about how closely they watched him in that recovery room, they were afraid, Richard. Don't you remember what we went through?
Now, the important thing is that they knew how to bring him through it, even if they didn't know what caused it.
But that's what's driving me crazy. They didn't know, and they still don't know. How can we take such a risk when we don't know?
I don't see that we're taking any more of a risk than anybody else.
Because you don't want to see. You're looking for a because. Well, how about this? Because they could both die. And then what?
can I let him see me like this? I look awful, Mel.
Hey, he's not expecting a prom queen.
He's gonna freak.
Oh, look, let's try this.
That?
This is my favorite scarf.
No.
Hold it in the front.
It's silk.
It's beautiful. It'll look gorgeous.
Great.
Okay? You hold it? I don't know if I know how to do this. Gonna look great. Gonna look great. Here you go. Take a look.
Great.
Take a look.
Bow in the back. Now he's really gonna freak.
You look exotic.
Mel, I look like an old lady, okay?
You're beautiful, and I'm gonna send him in. Alone.
Mel,
Come on.
I look like a Russian ET.
Security 12, call 366.
Hi.
Hi. I guess I should have worn my helmet, right?
What?
So you'd recognize me. Never mind. This is really awful. Just say something. Anything.
You look fine.
Not that.
I brought something.
That's great. Did everybody sign it?
Yeah, I wrote messages too.
Oh, X-rated, I bet. So what does yours say?
Let's see. Dear Cassie, you're too quick to let this take you down. It's really lame.
What's the rest?
Yeah, just junk. And love Josh.
So how many laps makes a mile, Doc?
Boy, you sure know how to save up the hard ones for me, don't you? 4 times around the quarter.
Yeah?
Hey, I'm a doctor. I know things.
Piece of cake.
Isn't there any chance Cassie will just stay in remission?
I wish I could be more encouraging.
So, what kind of time are we talking about here?
With ANLL, transplant has its best chance of succeeding while she's in the first remission. If she has even one relapse, the odds of a cure go way down.
So what do we do now?
Well, since we won't be testing your son, I have registered Cassidy with the National Donor Program to see if the files can come up with a match.
And how often does that happen?
Sometimes we get lucky, but statistically, Cassie's chances of finding a match with an unrelated donor are about 1 in 20,000.
Hey, look, it's coming.
How's our favorite kid in the whole world?
Great. Now that you're here,
I missed you, Willie.
I missed you too.
So what are you doing here?
Babysitting?
You?
Yeah, I'm better than I thought I'd be.
Yeah, Josh said anytime I needed any help with Willie to give him a call. I did.
Did you do the laundry?
I'll get right on that.
Don't you love this thing? Why do you want to take it off?
Because I had a bell thing when I was in the hospital.
Huh?
And when I rang it, a nurse came in and did stuff for me.
Yeah?
So I'm going to give it to Cassie. And then she can ring it, and I can come in and get her stuff, like water and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's very nice.
Now she won't ever have to go back.
Willie. If you could help your sister, I mean, really help her to get better, would you want to do that?
I'm going to give this to Cassie.
Bye-bye. We'll see you tomorrow. You are too, aren't you? Yeah.
Hi, Sharon. I'm looking for Willie.
Your husband picked him up already. He said that Willie had an appointment with his pediatrician.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Thanks.
you all right, Scooter? I was looking for you at school.
The doctor stuck me with a needle and took blood out.
Put your lap belt on. If you ever do anything like this again, Richard, I'll walk out. I mean it.
You know, I really think you could.
You don't give a damn about Cassie and me, do you?
Where's Dad?
He's up working at the new house.
Lily, why are you drawing like that? Stop it. You okay?
I'm fine.
Here, I'll do it. What's going on, man?
I'm sorry, Cassie. Everything's such a mess.
Adults sure have a knack of making a big deal out of everything.
Just that it's such a big job and we don't always know what to do.
Can I quote you on that?
Strictly off the record. I love you, Cassie. I hope you always know that.
Sure. Why else would this thing make you so crazy?
Cassie? Are you sure you don't have some time to go somewhere? Talk or shoot some pool or something?
Maybe Friday after the game. I mean, unless you and the guys had something else planned. That's okay because...
So it's a date?
A date?
Yeah, a date.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Yeah! Come up here! What's in the bedroom? How'd you get out here?
Josh?
Honey, I thought you were supposed to be resting, and you know how I feel about motorcycles.
Dad, I wore a helmet, okay? Sometimes you're worse than Mel.
So how come you want to hang out with your old man?
Doc didn't say I couldn't hammer in a nail.
Huh?
Besides, I told you I had help, didn't I?
Yeah? You sure you can handle it? Well, guess so. Sure goes faster this way.
Gosh, Dad, I wouldn't be surprised if that wasn't the whole point of teamwork. How come you slept on the couch last night?
Well, got home late. I didn't want to wake Mel up.
Oh. I thought maybe you two got in a fight or something.
Yeah. Watch your finger.
Whoops.
Yeah, Bob, I need a job.
Thanks for coming.
I don't have a lot of time.
Well, this won't take long. Please, sit down. But first, I want you to know that I didn't have anything to do with this. In fact, I told the guys I didn't want them to do it, and they went ahead without me knowing. And Well, you see.
There are 25,000 people in this country desperately in need of bone marrow transplants, but fewer than 2,500 will actually get them because our national registry doesn't have enough donors on file. Now, you all know Mary Ellen Robbins, our community advocate, but what you may not know is that Mary Ellen's own daughter is one of the many thousands whose lives might be saved if you participate in a simple blood testing program going on right now here in Deerview. Please, call 555-4000 for further details and give the gift of hope to thousands.
So you really think that's going to get you off the hook?
I didn't have anything to do with it. They were only trying to help.
There's only one person that can help, Mary Ellen.
Look, Richard, I know we're not supposed to talk to Cassie about this, but I think it's wrong not to let her know the truth.
Oh, you want to tell her the truth? Good. Tell her what's behind this self-serving piece of crap. You tell her that you would do anything to avoid another load of guilt, even if it means parading her picture across every damn tabloid.
They can't help Cassie. There's a good chance they'll help somebody else. Now, how is that self-serving?
Because Cassie has a brother who hasn't been ruled out yet.
Hello? Oh, hi. Are you sure? Yeah, I'll be there as soon as I can.
Come in.
That was Dr. Andrews. He's got the results of Willie's blood test. Now, it's not a perfect match, but he's good enough. Look, he's beating the odds, Mel. Now, can't we just stop all of this craziness and think about what that means? Will you think about it?
I've done nothing but think about it. And nothing's changed.
Well, something's about to, Mary Ellen. That's a promise.
Eli, let's go over here. Peter, let's put our papers away. I don't feel very well. I think I'd like to go home.
Maybe you want to see the school nurse.
No, I can cope.
You don't know whether you've been here for an hour or a day or a week, do you? No, without looking at your watch. Tell me what you just said.
I said, is this your office?
That was a half an hour ago. It's nighttime now.
I cut my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how. That I was here talking to you. Have I hurt somebody?
Sybil?
I hate Sybil. I hate her.
Who are you?
I can tell you. I can tell you. I'm not supposed to tell you. I can tell you. I can tell you.
Sybil.
Richard, we can't perform a procedure like this without parental consent.
Yeah, but I'm giving it to you.
Willie is a minor child. Where there are two parents, they both have to agree before we can do anything.
Yeah, but I'm his father, for God's sake. I mean, isn't there some sort of paper I can sign to release you from any liability?
I'm telling you, it's not possible.
Well, isn't there an ethics board? I mean, maybe I could appeal to them.
Richard, listen to me. Willie's life is not at stake here. If we did this procedure without your wife's permission, we could be hit with a criminal action.
So that's it. I mean, you won't do this, even though you think it's the right thing to do.
It doesn't matter what I think. Only a court has the authority to override your wife's objections.
Please, Richard, don't do this.
Look, Danny, I don't have a choice.
Yes, you do. Keep talking to her.
Well, I have talked to her. I've talked to her. The doctors have talked to her. The social workers in the hospital have talked to her. Doesn't matter. I mean, she wants a 100% guarantee, and they can't give her that. I mean, they won't give you a Band-Aid without describing the risks.
Well, maybe she just needs more time.
Look, we don't have any more time. I don't know what she's capable of doing next. I thought we were going to keep this private and quiet. She shows me this taped public appeal to air on KWBD.
Well, if it'll find Cassie a donor.
Dan, you know the initial cost of a blood test? $75. Now, in all likelihood, you should multiply that by 20,000 because that's what the chances are of finding an unrelated donor. 1 in 20,000. You know what that comes to, Dan? I do, because I've worked out what it'll mean if going public is the only option we have left. That's $1.5 million to test initially 20,000 people. Now, maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe we'll find a donor in the first try, but Cassie hasn't matched anyone on any of the registries. They have over 100,000 names. How do you think Willie's going to feel when he finds out he had the one chance to maybe save his sister's life and we didn't give him that choice? Look, what I'm asking is real simple. And Willie's my son, too. I just want the same rights to decide what happens.
I understand.
Then what's the problem?
You're putting me in a hell of a position here, Richard. We've all been friends for a long time.
So what else?
Well, there's a reason that donation still remains an act of will and not a mandate of the court.
Now, what possible reason could there be after everything I told you?
Simplest one in the book. Even the most loving family member would not want to be forced to be a donor, and the law recognizes this.
And set a precedent.
To be honest, Richard, I find myself hard-pressed to disagree with the law.
Danny, just for a moment, pretend we're talking about Josh. And tell me you won't help.
Hey, Dad!
Hey, pal.
We're making the biggest pile of leaves in the world. Come on!
Better take a look before the photographers arrive.
Want to jump in?
No, you go.
Watch me.
Whoa!
What?
I love you, baby.
Is something wrong?
Yeah. My little girl grew up on me.
Daddy, relax, okay? I'm barely through my formative years. We've got an entire generation yet to go. Oh, now you're gonna get it. Willie, come back here.
How's Willie gonna feel when Cassie dies? And how's he gonna feel when he grows up and he finds out that you're the one that kept him from helping her?
Tell me nothing will happen to him, Richard. No doctors, no statistics, just you. You tell me that, I'll give my okay in a second.
If there is any justice on this earth, Mary Ellen, a judge will give that for you.
Richard, you will tear this family apart. No, just think. Think about what it will mean. You can't do this. Stop! You're just right to
Talk about right! What about Willie's right to save his sister? You got a hell of a nerve talking about this family. If you gave a damn about this family, you would be grateful, not sorry that Willie's bone marrow could save her life.
What are you talking about?
Baby?
No! Stay away from me! Stay away!
What's going on?
I gotta get out of here.
All right, have fun.
Cassie, wait! Come on, Cassie! Cassie? Cassie? Cassie?
This your room? Not too shabby. So, suppose I should be working up a pass, huh?
Don't waste your time.
What's wrong?
Game's over, Josh. I lose.
What are you talking about?
You don't know? That's funny. I thought everybody knew. Everybody but me.
Everybody knows what, Cassie?
That I'm dying?
Don't say that. You knew all along what you were up against. No one said it was going to be easy.
Then why did they put me through all that?
Because you have a chance, Cassie. And that's a hell of a lot more than a lot of people have. Fight! Fight it, damn it!
I'm really tired, okay, Josh?
Joe, I'm not going to let you give up.
Don't you understand? There's
What?
nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah? You think so? Go
Stop it!
Come on. Fight it!
Stop it!
Come on!
Stop it! Stop it!
Cassie. I meant what I said on the poster.
Well, Mary Ellen and I decided it'd be better if I slept on the sofa for a while.
All this is because of me, isn't it?
But Cassie, we're having a little trouble right now. But it's not you. It's Mel and me. And it's not Willie. And we've just come up against this thing. We don't know how to get around it.
For better or worse, Dad, I was there when you said it. Remember?
Dr. Andrews wants to try another treatment. It's a bone marrow transplant. And Willie is the only one who's capable. No. Listen to me now, honey. I love you and Willie more than anything else on this earth.
Then why didn't you ask me what I wanted? You're fighting about Willie. You don't even know a thing about what he'd be going through, Dad. And what if it doesn't work? I mean, who do you think he's going to blame if he can't help me? Do you really want to put all that on a little kid?
Listen to me, Cassie.
No. Mel's right, Daddy. She's right and you're wrong.
Dr. Brunel, as an expert witness for Mrs. Robbins, you've described for this court a number of potential risks associated with donating bone marrow. Severe pain, anemia, abnormal breathing, irregular heartbeat, infection, bleeding that can possibly require a transfusion, as well as risks associated with complications from anesthesia. It's a sobering list. Dr. Brunel, you have stated that you are a cancer specialist with the Davis Harper Institute, is that correct?
Yes.
Aren't you also their chief of marrow transplantation services?
Yes.
And in fact, you performed one of the first successful unrelated donor transplants only 3 years ago.
That's correct.
Do you feel indebted to the generous individuals who come forward to be donors?
Of course. Our registry is still so limited that only 10 to 15% of our patients searching for a donor find a suitable match. Therefore, there is a grave need for new donors.
Tell me, if this were not a case involving a minor, or if this child, Willie Robbins, had the full support of both parents, would you recommend he undergo this procedure?
Objection, Your Honor. The question is both speculative and irrelevant. Willie Robbins is both a minor and without the consent of both custodial parents.
I think I would like to hear what Dr. Brunel has to say, Mr. Foster. Overruled.
Yes.
So despite the risks, you would recommend that doctors be allowed to harvest this child's marrow?
I would recommend it, yes.
I'm afraid I'm a bit confused, Doctor. Why are you here in behalf of Mrs. Robbins?
Objection.
Overruled. Please, proceed, Doctor.
This has been a very difficult decision for me. I'm extremely concerned that risks to the donor may be given undue attention by this lawsuit and hurt our efforts to attract new volunteers. I also feel it cannot possibly serve the public interest to force an individual to become a donor against his will.
I can't find anything, and I would like to go to sleep, and I would like to wear my jersey.
And I'd like to remind you that if you'd cleaned your room like I've asked a dozen times, you'd know where your things are.
I do know, Mel, when people stay out of my room. Where's Dad?
I am sure he's up working at the new house, and no, I don't know when he's coming home.
Even if it meant you might be saving the life of someone close to you. We want your opinions on this important issue. Put a lid on it, decided right now by the courts for one local teenager who's not only fighting a tough battle against leukemia, but who's also caught between her father's wishes to use her younger brother as a bone marrow donor for her, and the mother's refusal to give permission for the procedure. What's your opinion?
Cassie? Cassie? Cassie?
I don't want their damn pity.
Who said anything about pity?
You saw the way they were looking at me. It was embarrassing. Poor little Cassie. She's so helpless.
That's embarrassing? How? What, Cassie? Like you're supposed to have some kind of control over this thing? Like if you try hard enough, then maybe you won't need anyone's help?
You know what I mean.
We're the ones who should be humiliated.
What's that supposed to mean?
We've all been going for blood tests. Very sorry if that offends you.
Josh.
We were gonna tell you when someone matched, but no one's come close yet. Damn it, Cassie, that's why they were looking at you like that. We all feel so helpless.
What you been up to? Nothing. I'm hungry.
Well, why don't you have a glass of milk while I make dinner?
I can do it.
Okay.
I can do it.
Something happened at school, Willie?
No, so leave me alone.
Mrs. Robbins, don't you feel you have a moral obligation to save your stepdaughter's life?
I never think of Cassie as my stepdaughter. She's my daughter, and I love her very much.
Answer the question, please.
I believe that I have a moral obligation to see that our other child, who is healthy, stays that way.
Do you know that donors as young as 6 months have successfully given marrow to their siblings?
What I do know is that our son was badly injured in a car accident less than 1 year ago. But you know that. You were there.
But we have heard from every doctor who treated him, and they agree that Willie is completely recovered from his injuries. We've also heard from Dr. Brunel, your own witness, that your son would be an excellent donor for this type of procedure.
This type of procedure, Mr. Ryan, requires a general anesthetic. And Willie went into cardiac arrest the last time he was subjected to general anesthesia.
There is absolutely no proof to substantiate your fears that Willie's complications were due to anesthesia.
Then you can't prove that.
In fact, we've heard compelling testimony that his difficulties were completely related to his severe blood loss he sustained prior to surgery.
That is only one possibility.
In fact, Your Honor, there's no reason to believe that Willie is particularly susceptible to any of these risks.
And there is no evidence that he isn't, Your Honor. Would you take a chance like this with the life of your child?
Mrs. Robbins, it is very obvious to us that you will fight for your son's life. Why won't you fight for Cassie's?
Because I don't have the wisdom of Solomon, Dan. I know how to protect our son, but I don't know how to protect our daughter when the doctors say that they'll have to destroy her entire immune system to prevent the rejection of the donor marrow. I don't know how to protect her. A transplant has the potential to save Cassie, or she could die. Which one is it? Can anyone in this room tell me?
Mel, Cassie's chances aren't good. We know that. But if this procedure will push the odds even 10% in her favor, isn't it worth a try? Isn't it?
I understand you wanted to talk with me?
Well, I don't really know how this kind of thing works.
Many an attorney has sat in that very chair without the wisdom to know just that. Just speak from your heart, and that will be fine.
Well, I think because all this is happening because of me, that I really ought to tell you how I feel.
That would be very helpful.
Okay. Well, the thing is, I wasn't exactly thrilled when Daddy married Mary Ellen. Because, I could still remember my mother so well. And it just seemed like she would know what was going on. And maybe she'd be unhappy because I couldn't take good enough care of Daddy by myself. I know this is probably straight out of some child psychology textbook. But I was only 6. And I was really scared. So then they told me they were going to have this baby. And I was like, great. Total replacement. The baby's in and I'm out. But when Willie was born, they let me go into the delivery room right afterwards. And they even let me hold him. And he grabbed onto my little finger and he wouldn't let go. And I remember thinking right then that Willie really needed me. And that Mel and Dad needed me too. We were a family. We all loved each other and nobody was ever going to die again. It's funny, I used to think that Mel was too protective with Willie. Especially after the accident. And we used to have these really big fights and things. But, now there's this thing. This operation that Dad wants Willie to have. And it's not right. I know that. And there's something else I know, Your Honor. I know that if anybody else in this family has to die, I want it to be me.
The family unit is the most basic of human relationships. The law is reluctant to interfere in that relationship and does so only under compelling circumstances offering no alternative. In asking the court to decide whether a healthy child should be made to submit to physical risk for the benefit of a sick child. It has been argued that the healthy child is exposed to minimal risk, and that the benefits to the sick child could indeed be life-saving. But exposing a healthy child, or any other person for that matter, to invasive medical procedures for non-therapeutic reasons without the consent of both custodial parents cannot and will not be mandated by this court. To do so would be to abolish the child's basic constitutional rights and render him a victim.
Hey, welcome back. Thanks. Would it sound a little weird to say congratulations? Yeah. So, how do you want your hair this morning? Up, down, swept dramatically to one side?
I don't know how I should look. I feel like a monster.
Will you help me ride my bike before you go to the hospital?
Not right now.
Please?
Go away, Willie.
Stupid bike.
What's going on? Haven't seen you on the site in a week. Yeah, well. And he says you've been spending all your time up here?
So we figured the only way we're going to get you back is finish this damn house ourselves. All right, spread out.
Yeah, well, I'll take these guys over here, maybe work upstairs a bit.
All right.
James! Yo! Can you start upstairs? You got it. Back bedroom. Ken, help me in the kitchen. Mike, we're going to need your help up there with James. We work on this cabinet.
Hand up here, will you?
Thanks.
All right, take care of this other thing. Got the ladder. Josh, got my belt.
How long you been living like this?
A couple of weeks.
Listen, boss, you know I don't like to put my nose in other people's business.
Well, that's probably why I like you, Benny.
What if Cassie needs you?
Only a couple of minutes away.
Okay, I got it.
All right, Willie. Go out for a long pass. I'll throw it right in your hands. What's the matter? You don't feel like playing? All right. Guess I don't feel much like playing myself. Hey, look who's back.
Here, honey, let me help you.
Okay, wait a minute. I got it, Mr. Robbins.
Take it easy.
Josh, I only have a cold. Last time I tried, I can still walk.
Yeah, well, don't ruin an excuse for a little physical contact. Are you sure this thing is just a cold?
It's more of a hint of a possibility that I might be catching a cold. So naturally, I was placed on massive doses of IV antibiotics for 3 days.
Not exactly. Take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning.
No, not exactly.
Hey, champ, weren't we in the middle of a game or something?
I don't want to play.
You want to play? Football is not play, my friend. Football is life. You got that?
Do you think you could stay here tonight?
Is that what you want, baby?
Yeah.
Well, you got it. I'll talk to Mel.
Hey, Dad. Thanks. So where's Josh?
He said he needed your rest and went home.
Yeah.
Are you sick again?
Come here, Willie. I need to talk to you about something. Please, it's important. Come here. Okay. I've got something very grown up to tell you, and I want you to listen to me and not be afraid. I think Dad should teach you how to ride your bike.
No. I want you.
Willie. I can't.
Why?
I don't know why. I don't know anything.
Are you mad at me?
No, and don't you ever think that.
Then why can't you teach me?
Because I'm not always going to be here for you, Willie. You need to let other people do things for you until you can take care of yourself.
But I can't.
Okay. Listen. I am sick again. And this time I'm not going to get any better. But you're going to be okay. And I'll be happy because you're fine. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
I don't want you to die.
Stop it. Okay, it's just the way things are. There's nothing you can do about it, Willie.
Yes, there is. Daddy said there is. Daddy said there's something I can do to make you all better. But I don't know how.
What's going on in here?
Just take him, okay?
Please, Cassie, I'll be good, I promise.
What's happening?
I told him that's what's happening. He has a right to know, Mel.
I don't want Cassie to die, Mommy.
Oh, honey, who told you she was gonna die?
I told him. He needs to learn to take care of himself.
Oh, Cassie, he's just a little boy.
I'm not little. There are lots of things I can do. I went to the hospital and I didn't die. How come Cassie has to?
Because none of it makes sense is why. We're all on our own in this thing. And nobody can do anything about it, okay? time is it?
I don't know, honey. Come on, sit up. I need you to listen to me. Come on. Are you awake?
Yes.
You're wrong, Cassie. We're not all on our own in this thing. In fact, every time we've tried to be on our own, we've done a pretty lousy job. Now, maybe we can't be all things to each other, but we can fill in where the other one leaves off, because that's what a family's all about. Your dad tried to tell me that, but I didn't understand it until now. Honey, Willie needs to help you.
No.
Well, then, we'll just have to ask Willie what he wants.
I said no. No, Mary Ellen. Dad, do something.
Not a chance.
Leave him alone.
Willie? Willie, honey?
I hate you for the smell.
Willie, honey, wake up. Come here.
What is all this?
He's trying to hold on to you, Cassie. We all are.
Hey, Willie.
Scooter. Who's the best brother-sister team around?
Cassie and me.
And do you know why?
Because we can do anything together.
Even if it's scary?
Mm-hmm.
Willie, do you want to help your sister get better?
Yeah.
You'd have to go to the hospital with her. Would that be okay?
Can I bring my flashlight?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They'll need to give you a needle. And it might hurt a whole lot. You sure you're not scared? Then neither am I.
She's asleep. Right.
Hey, Mel. I think there's a chance we could get back to normal.
I don't know. I just never thought we'd turn on each other, but we did. And I keep wondering what that says about us.
I don't know.
What if I hadn't changed my mind?
Hey, Mel, come here.
What is it?
Look.
Hey, Mom! Dad! Watch me!
Okay. Feet on the pedals. All right, you're doing it. Okay.
Stay tuned, because up next on True Movies 1, Presumed Guilty. Alternatively on True Movies 2, Trial by Fire. And on True Entertainment, Judith Krantz's Dazzle, Part 2.